I tell you what, she is a track star when it comes to finishing in the open court.
Underway in a battle of greens as Deja Kelly and the Ducks have the ball. Ducks have struggled a bit on the road, only 4 games on the road. They've split them, going 2-2. A win today would be the win of the season for them. They did beat Baylor earlier in the year when Baylor was ranked 12, but Baylor has fallen. This would now be the current highest-ranked opponent they'd have a win over.
You see the scramble defense there by Michigan State. They were switching up top. It's
a great sign for Oregon if they can go into Che early and get buckets. Meanwhile, here's Julia Ayrault, the leading scorer for MSU.
See Oregon in a man-to-man defense here, and Michigan State trying to get them in rotation.
The red-hot Halleck has the ball, finds Ayrault in the corner. Halleck hounded by Deja Kelly. That's a really tough shot and an air ball. Here come the Ducks the other way.
Really deep into the shot clock.
Little pump fake into drive. That's some great defense by the Spartans. Julia Ayrault.
You got to show her the ball, get her in the air, and get to her chest.
Philly Che found all alone in the paint. She's got 4 early.
But they want to set up, trying to slow the pace of Michigan State down.
Theron Halleck short on the shot. Deja Kelly the other way.
Deja Kelly, a transfer from North Carolina, broadcast major.
Finds the free throw line.
Well, they haven't gotten the pace, right? You haven't seen them in the open floor, and I think that's what gets them going. That starts the engine for them. And then their discipline in the quarter court pays it off.
Van Sluten decides, I might as well get us on the board.
And where is it coming from? That one came from the weak side. I don't think she was expecting that.
Here's a good look for Peyton Scott, and I'm telling you.
You're looking at what Peyton Scott was able to do in that Indiana game and their big comeback. They were down by 10 points in the fourth quarter. She had 14 points during that stretch, made all 4 of her shots from the floor.
Another turnover, and the Ducks are running, but look out for the speedy Theron Halleck.
And get a deflection and have you reset it underneath. And that takes guts. Theron Halleck, she's been playing at an effective clip. Last 3 games, 22 points per contest for her. Her dad played football here, so great athlete. DNA for Halleck.
Oregon's had to come back in their last 2 games for victories, but they have an early lead in this one, and it continues to grow. Amina Muhammad scores. This is a marvelous. Both teams roll really deep. You will see plenty of fresh legs throughout the day, like the legs of Jocelyn Tate, who hits one for Michigan State.
Got a turnover anyway.
Mevius to Muhammad, who's got a lot of early looks, and that's why. Her second field goal, and they're getting out-rebounded right now early on. There's Grace Van Sluten doing just what you said, driving the lane, but couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, but you see what you can get, right? And even if she missed that, that's an opportunity that they can get from that kind of spacing in the quarter court on the offensive end.
Fresh feed in for the Ducks. Number 4, Nani Falatela brought the ball up. Sophia Bell is in the corner on the bottom of your screen.
Hard hedge there by Michigan State.
There's a turnover. Halleck puts her hands up, turns on the speed, drives the lane. No, but will head to the free throw line.
Of commanding respect with the way that she plays the game.
She's been doing it from deep. The 3 ball's been moving. The staff talks about how they moved her off the 1 position.
I mean, I like that look for her. In the mid-range, pulling up.
Rambis on Sotelo. She not only scores, but is headed to the line. Asked her, so 29 people are coming? She said, oh no, a lot more than that. Those are just the tickets that I was able to get.
And I saw the signs for Flint, Michigan. Not too far away at all from here.
In fact, their next game is on the road Sunday at Michigan, so she's going to have a bunch of folks at that one as well. Some crisp passing for the Spartans, but Simmons can't get it to go, and MSU is shooting around 15% from the floor.
Yeah, they're not getting to the offensive boards like they would like to. Only 2 offensive rebounds right now for the Spartans.
Kelly to Rambis. The high off the glass shot is good.
She had to take that one high off the top of that window to get that one to go. The rotational defense not there in time.
Boy, is Rambis having a great day to have a great day.
Great deflection and steal. Now they're going the other way.
This is an open look for Sophia Bell.
Because we asked him at practice, is it bad looks or just not falling? He says they're just not falling, but they are today.
Van Sluten stops an 8-0 run.
Robin Freilich said they had to have great discipline in the pick and roll situations. They're looking for maybe a ball screen there.
Mevius to Rambis. MSU's going to get the last shot of the quarter. Hampton to Aralt. It has been all green and yellow early on at the Breslin Center. In fact, the Ducks gave up only 8 points to Michigan State in the first 10 minutes. That is the lowest scoring quarter for MSU all year at home.
Yeah, well, that's what Kelly Graves said. He told us today, he said our defense is the personality. That's the culture that we've created here for this season's team. Every year is different. And Kelly Graves, his team this year in conference play, only giving up 58 points to opponents. Right? You're talking about this high-powered Michigan State team that wants to get easy buckets in transition. They cooled that off in that first quarter for sure.
Falatea on the drive. It's good.
They are challenging the rotational defense. Makes it tough to keep your same mechanics when you have a hand right there.
Van Sluten finds a slicing Jaden Simmons for the first points for them.
And spray outs and then attack those closeouts. Get to those hips.
Nevius had to pick up her dribble, and here's Grace Van Sluten with the steal and the stroll.
And that's Michigan State basketball, right?
Che to Muhammad. Tough way to corral the ball, keep her balance, and score off the glass.
What a dart of a cut from the nail by Muhammad. And Philly Che, what a great awareness piece that she possessed there out of the double team.
Halleck wants a three. Michigan State can't have a three. Aralt puts it back up and in.
No dribble necessary. You see a lot of middle school kids here. Need to be watching that.
Spartan opponents have been averaging 24.8 points in the first half at Breslin this season. They've already surpassed that with more than 6 minutes to go.
Yeah, and they've been very disciplined on the offensive side. Look at this now, ISO game on the interior.
Che travels.
Philly Che just got sped up. She stood her ground in there. Julia Aralt forcing the turnover.
Tate on Che. What a move!
I was talking about, Dance with the Stars earlier, but wow, basketball one-on-one in the paint. Downstairs by Tate.
Falatea lets a three fly. Theron Halleck with only 2. Leading scorers for MSU have had a hard time finding the bucket, but Grace Van Sluten trying to create, and yet it's another one and done.
And she is just so slithery there along that baseline, trying to get that reversal to go.
Deja Kelly creating and scoring.
That's exactly where she wants to go. Deja Kelly wants to go right to that B1G logo and pull up on each of the letters. It doesn't matter which side. She's going to go right there with the 1-2 dribble pull-up. That is her wheelhouse.
Van Sluten swings it over. Nyla Hampton gets the first three-pointer.
They're doing a great job of maintaining their contact on box outs. And when they don't have the box outs, they're doing a great job of following the shot and getting where they know it's coming off.
Whitfield gets a nice pass and finishes inside for her first points.
There's a face cut from the weak side, and you just can't have that happen. This ball you man mentality on defense. And you got to beat him to the spot.
Once you're in February, it is technically legal to talk about bubbles and brackets. We've played enough of the season. You are allowed to do it.
Flip the calendar.
95 seconds left in the first half. A three ball is good.
Smooth as butter, that corner pocket triple.
I want to be clear. This Oregon team is the worst three-point shooting team percentage-wise. They make 29% of their threes. They are 4 of 5. That's 80% from deep in the first.
Well, what's happening there is the defense is sinking in because they're dominating also in the paint with 22 paint points.
3.4. The Ducks will inbound.
Yeah, I agree with that call.
Mevius is just going to let the clock go away. But I tell you what, truly an impressive first half. The previous low in the first half was 29 at Michigan.
Yes.
And what happened? They had a massive comeback in that game, which started with them getting 15 unanswered points. And right off the bat, Theron Halleck with a steal to get a little bit of momentum on the side of the green and white.
The steal on the first possession, get a deflection and get myself to the line.
59 points in that second half. Again, a 15-0 run to not only take the lead, but solidify the game. Che back to Muhammad. No bucket, but she'll head to the line.
It's because they're dead ball turnovers, and if you flip to the other side, but they scored 13 points off of those. Okay, so those are different kinds of turnovers, even though they're not a copious amount when you're talking about that 8 turnovers that they forced, but they scored off of those. So They got those open court opportunities that Michigan State craves.
Van Sluten against her former team. This is Simmons with 10 to shoot. Halleck trying to create. Cannot find Van Sluten. Muhammad has the ball. The Ducks have it the other way.
Good rotation on that weak side by Oregon.
Peyton Scott. Oh, another swat. And then a whistle.
And that's what post players want. They want that space. They want to be able to move their feet and rip and go and get that drop step going, and they're taking that away.
Peyton Scott with an open look. The grad senior delivers.
She's just so tough. She's the heart and soul of their defense. That's what Kelly Graves told us today at shoot-around. She can also get a bucket, averaging just under 11 points per game.
Michigan State loses it. Mevius, the lay-in.
Pay it off easy on the other side. Just tie a bow on it.
You know what's interesting? There have been only 5 free throw attempts for Michigan State. And the reason I bring that up, they're one of the 10 best teams in the country at shooting free throws. Van Sluten gets the free throw line. It counts for 2 for them. But that's something that they're so good at, and we've barely seen that in this game.
Right. I mean, that was the proper read by Van Sluten right there, not taking it all the way over the top of 6'8", in good rhythm threes. But in this game, they have been playing with great rhythm and flow.
Van Sluten, little Euro step. Che with the board.
Right now, 5 of 6 from range is Oregon. See Deja Kelly just trying to reorganize in the quarter court. Plenty of time trying to get a good look. Trying to get a high ball screen going.
Nani Falatea on the drive. And here comes Arol up ahead to the speedy Halleck. The pass is too far ahead for her to do anything with it, and then she loses it out of bounds. She wanted a foul on Kelly, not going to get it. I was talking with the Oregon coach, Kelly Graves, about Caitlin. He said, I actually recruited her pretty hard. I went to Des Moines 3 different times. We think we were basically in her final 3 teams. But if I was telling you I thought she'd be that good, I'd be lying. I knew she'd be good.
So far.
This is a Spartan team that scored 80 points in 3 straight games and 5 of their last 6, but they are having such a hard time putting the ball through the rim. Arol.
As well as getting threes down, and they've done both of those exceptionally well so far in this one.
6 to shoot for Kelly. Scott will drive. Tough shot. She gets it to go.
Yeah, her hang time is really, really spectacular to watch. And she knew that second line could be coming over there and waited for them to get their 10 toes on the ground. And she was still rising for that shot.
Better than 50% shooting for the visiting team. Aralt in trouble. Falatea knocks it off of Tate. 71% from deep for the Ducks.
Yeah, they're locked in from range in this game, and you know, sometimes you have to get creative.
There's Jocelyn Tate with a steal. An awkward shot goes! That's Nyla Hampton.
6 fast break opportunities for 8 points after that one.
Van Sluten cleans up the miss. It turns out it's a 4-point play. Falatea drills the 3-point. By the way, there's some confusion if Jocelyn Tate has 3 or 4 fouls. That's obviously a big deal. So
Absolutely.
Right now the stats say 4. We'll get you an update on that. Meanwhile, Grace Van Sluten is trying to take things over by herself. She's up to 12 points.
Yeah, trying to maximize the connection of the dots there, the assist numbers. You were talking about how invaluable they would be for Michigan State. And that was a great drop-off to the weak side for the completion of the play on that last possession.
Ooh, look at this Michigan State defense. That is, guess who? Jocelyn Tate forcing the chaos. It's a tie-up. And it's going to Michigan State. All right, we do have confirmation. Jocelyn Tate has 4 fouls in the game. They are going to take her out right now.
Which I think is a smart idea, even though,
again, she's been
to the chagrin of her.
Right, she doesn't want to be out. She's playing good defense.
And she was just on the ground hustling for that basketball. I mean, her motor is all the way on.
Here's Julia Aralt. It's an air ball. We'll stay with MSU. Aralt's only got 6 points. Halleck has 7. Van Sluten is the only player on either side who has double digits right now with 12. And Robin Freilich just got teed up. She's saying for what? She was sitting there, kneeling down.
We're getting some clarification. And there's still the incredulous reaction there by Robin Freilich.
I mean, I was watching Robin. I couldn't tell if she was saying something under her breath, but by no means, when that tee came, was she animated or out of control. Peyton Scott hits the first free throw. Now, on the one hand, that's obviously not what you want, especially if it's going to lead to 2 points. On the other hand, this crowd just got energized.
They did not like that.
And perhaps that's something that could be a bit of a spark. So let's watch Robin Freilich on the right side. She is clearly talking to the official.
Yeah.
So it must have been something she said.
Yeah. But again, she wasn't, like you said, animated. But we'll see what that does. See what that does to the team. See if they bear down right here and try to get some consecutive stops and get them back on track offensively, literally.
That's going to be a turnover. Oregon took charge right away. They scored the first 6 points of the game. They were up 11-2 early on, led by 13 after the first quarter, and Michigan State has been fighting an uphill battle ever since. But Van Sluten now has 14 points.
Yeah, they're pushing the brakes hard and then trying to find some relief.
Peyton Scott with a big shot.
And she has been tremendous in this game, just a steady force of offensive production for Oregon. Now 4 of 7 from the floor. In 16 minutes of play, she's produced 11 points.
Farron Halleck's three is offline. She's 1 for 7 from the floor today. Back-to-back teams not able to get 50 points. In fact, they've held 11 straight opponents under their season points per game average, and it's safe to say, barring, I don't know, quadruple overtime.
How about that?
That's going to happen and go to 12 today.
3 consecutive wins. Michigan State looking to ghost that ball screen up top with Ayrault.
Ayrault with a 3. Didn't really get her feet set. That's going to be a foul on Oregon. She's a 69% free throw shooter. Spartans are 6 of 7 from the stripe.
Sotelo, a member of the Spanish national team, a 17-year-old.
Heavy pressure with 1 second to go. Not afraid. Not afraid of you. 15-point deficit for the home team. Spartans haven't lost at home all year long. Do they have a fourth quarter comeback?
Well, they need it, and it's got to be with this pace of play. Get it off the glass. They have 5 initiators on the court right now for Michigan State to get it and go, but they haven't been able to gain traction with the pace necessary to play the way they want to in this one.
This is the storyline we said from the very beginning as Ayrault goes inside and she's got a 3-point play opportunity.
It was huge. Remember, it was 16-2 advantage in paint points on a string on both sides of the floor.
Falatea will fire a 3. That's 2 straight one-and-dones for Oregon. Michigan State capitalized on the first one. Here's their second opportunity. Halleck on the drive.
A 5-0 run now by the Spartans.
Muhammad finds Scott. Did she travel? No.
They're not going to settle for the threes. I think they're going to try to be very intentional in the quarter court because they can't get it in the full court.
Because she's been so effective at stopping them, but she's getting a breather right now. Don't expect that to last too much longer. Boy, the free throws continue to not fall for the Ducks, and that helps the Spartans see a sense of light here. A bucket here can make it a single-digit deficit.
4 of 11 from the line this half by Oregon. And Felice, she only averages about 18 minutes a game, and she's at 16 right now. And that's why she's getting that break.
Julia Ayrault forcing the action, and more free throws coming. Julia Ayrault was in foul trouble a lot last year, and she's done a really nice job of avoiding that. She's been staying in games a little longer, and she is a clutch performer. Spartans are 6 of 8 from the free throw line. Jocelyn Tate has 4 fouls. She's the only player in the game in foul trouble right now. She's number 11, guarding Sophia Bell.
Sophia Bell, she's taken 66 threes for the Ducks in this.
Oh, that's an opportunity for Amina Muhammad. A good look at the rim. It doesn't go, and that's another missed chance on the offensive side for Oregon. So now the Spartans can again make it a single-digit deficit. Oh, what a find by Aralt! Hampton with the bucket.
That means great things can happen for your squad, but it started on the defensive end for this 8-1 fourth quarter production by the Spartans.
This is a good look from deep for Oregon, and that is the 5th possession that Oregon has had this quarter.
In terms of their execution, they're getting the screens, they're having a great spacing. You see the shooters in the corners. They also have attackers. And now here's a ball screen for Julia Aralt up top at the nail extended.
Philly Che is still on the bench, so an opportunity for the Spartans to go inside perhaps. There's Aralt. She gets double teamed. Finds some space! Are you surprised Philly Che is still on the bench?
I am. But in terms of the minutes, right? Her average minutes is 18. Maybe they just try to keep her around that.
She's at 16 today, so that's a good point. That's Deja Kelly stopping the bleeding.
Doesn't need to take it all the way to the rack. She'll impact the game.
Got double-digit points. She started off this game with an early mid-range bucket. That was important for them. Aralt forcing the business again. 79% free throw shooter. Was first team All-Big Ten last year. Misses the second. To a wide open Sophia Bell. Spartans the other way. Jaden Simmons to Halleck. It's good, and she's heading to the line.
Plenty of time for Michigan State, but they got to pay it off on the line. You saw Julia Aralt missed 2 from there a moment ago.
Halleck's a 79% free throw shooter, the best for the team. This is the closest the game has been since the score was 6-2.
Here's that pressure, full court after the made free throw.
Nice job breaking it. Kelly into the paint will pop and get her own rebound. Falatea from deep, and Tate has it. Down by 5. Aralt thought about it in rhythm.
I think it was smart. Just come down and reset your offense. Hampton right there coming off that back screen. They blew it up that time and switched it.
Aralt again to the lane and again to the line.
A 1-possession game now here at home for Michigan State.
Julia Aralt, another miss. The fight for the rebound goes to guess who? Philly Che, who checks back into the game.
15-3 advantage by Michigan State here in the fourth.
The Breslin boom is alive. It's a 1-possession ball game. They go to Che right away. Aralt. And a foul on Aralt. Philly Che is a 64% free throw shooter, but she's 0 for 4 today. 0 for 5. Philly Che hits her first free throw of the evening and is having such a balanced all-around game, and most of what she's done hasn't shown up in the stats. She has been hard for teams to drive on her. Here's Halleck on the rebound, blocked by Oregon, saved by Halleck. It's still MSU ball. Che with Tate gonna drive on her. Ooh. Puts up a tough shot, and Che uses her 6'8" frame to get the rebound.
And that was just a tough look by Tate. She got walled up inside by Philly Che.
Falatea, defensive foul.
To take that hit, not in legal guarding position on that. Once the contact occurred, just 4 points for Tate. But she decided to move too late. Just to beat late on that rotation to take that charge.
Falatea at the free throw line. And they don't have her for the final 3 minutes and change.
The 20-0, the only undefeated team in the country right now, sitting at number 1 in the country.
Oh, what a tough drive against Che. It does not lead to points, and Oregon has it with about 2 minutes left.
And that was good execution coming out of that break. Just couldn't get that one to drop home off the window.
A bucket here would be huge for Oregon. Stretch it to a 3-possession game. No travel there.
Maybe she didn't have full possession.
Peyton Scott with a 3. Big rebound by Bell to keep it alive, and Kelly will reset.
Bodies on the deck yet again. All game long, the physicality has been at the top of the list for both of these teams.
Kelly at the free throw line. Simmons has it. 90 seconds to play.
Gotta go if you're Michigan State. Quick score opportunities.
Van Sluten on Che. Che takes it away. Van Sluten was trying to get Halleck the ball. There's a collision at the top of the key, and both players go down. This has been a great fourth quarter comeback for Michigan State, but they're starting to run out of time. Oh, what an effort from Halleck to nearly... Oh, they did force a turnover. They said it's off Oregon.
Yep.
Off the left leg. So Halleck immediately gets a steal at the perfect time for MSU. How do they try to score? Down 2 possessions. They go to Aralt inside. Triple teamed. Rebound Oregon.
Yeah, she was just walled up by 3 bodies down in there. That was a really tough attempt. But you knew they were going to go to Aralt down in there.
Boy, we're under a minute to play. They got to consider fouling. Not on this possession.
Nope. Trying to stay in front.
Kelly trying to provide a dagger. The bounce pass to Che.
Oh.
And it's a turnover. 34 seconds left. That's a reach-in foul on Scott. They are 3 of 8 from the line in the fourth quarter. Falatea inbounds. Faces a double team. Throws it away. 20 seconds left. Halleck to Aralt. An open 3. The fight for the board. And it's still a fight between Che and Simmons. It's a foul on Simmons. Aralt turned to Halleck and said, "My bad there." Philly Che hits another free throw. 9 points.
And this Oregon team, they're very disciplined in the gaps.
Halleck, a long 2. And a rebound to MSU, but time is not on their side. Sotelo hits a 3.
1.9.
Well, it dropped to 1-3. They moved it up to 1-6. Oregon will inbound, and that'll do it. What a win for the Ducks.